What's going on YouTube? Okay, no. All right, no.
What's up, Simpson players?
All right. Hello. This is the first Isekaicast, I suppose.
This is the only Isekaicast.
Quite likely. I'm Sai. This is Lewis. He's cool. And we binged a season of an isekai. We're gonna do it once a week, maybe.
Okay, we didn't binge it. Well,
I binged it.
You certainly. Well, maybe you
certainly-
binged it.
I
I had
certainly
lots of
binged it.
time. I have lots of time to. lots of time to watch it.
I had this great idea to do the show, and then I had a really busy month and a half, and I sort of let Lewis hang to dry while he watched the show normally. And I may have binged in two settings. But yeah, the first show is Shield Hero, Rising of the Shield Hero.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
I knew nothing of the show walking in. I don't know if Lewis knew anything walking in. I just assumed it'd be the only other isekai I watched was Sao, so Sao. So there's that. So I walked in fairly blind. I don't know what your background was.
Yeah, no, I've already seen this. I actually read a bit of the manga. My brother really likes it. He read the light novels. I read a bit of the manga.
Taste.
Yeah, he's got some pretty awful taste. Yeah, so I read the manga a little bit, even though it kind of, wasn't really developed too well. I think I only read up until where he got the Filial,
Okay.
but I also watched the anime when it was airing. I wasn't super impressed by the manga, and I was hoping the anime would be better, but it ended up actually just being worse for a lot of different reasons.
Right. Oh, so there's a light novel, a manga, and an anime.
Yeah.
And I assume the manga comes from the novel, and the anime comes from both.
I mean, probably from the novel. Actually, I'm not entirely sure whether or not it's a light novel or web novel, but I mean, it's fucking the same thing to me, anyways. Yeah.
I don't know.
I was actually really excited when it was airing because I saw that Kevin Penkin was doing the music for it, and he also did the music for Made in Abyss, which is really, really, really good. But I mean, the music in this was better than I remember it being, but it was still underwhelming, I feel, because it did like this weird electric or electronic. It kind of went like a weird electronic route rather than what I was hoping for. I really wanted more of Made in the Abyss music, I guess, but
right.
Yeah, I just didn't.
I haven't watched that, but I assume it's more on the fantasy vibe sort of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a very high fantasy.
Yeah, I suppose I can agree with that. My main gripe with the music was that the openings are terrible.
Yeah. Oh god, the opening was really, really, really bad.
God, I watched it once because I thought, okay, I have to watch the opening. I can't just skip it. But I watched it once and never again. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's really bad. And also, I mean, it actually sounds a little bit better when you play it at 2 times speed.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's like,
but it still sounds really bad. Yeah.
There was this Gundam opening that I really liked when I was a kid, and I was a kid, so I did the YouTube to MP3 sort of thing, and I never realized until 5 years later that I downloaded the Nightcore version. So I spent 5 years listening to the Nightcore mix of a song. And I was just convinced that was how it sounded, and it was the weirdest thing. Okay,
Nice.
I genuinely don't remember the endings. Some of the
I didn't. I also don't remember
them whatsoever. Which is
I don't remember listening to the endings very, very much at all. Actually,
that's a good ending. You don't even fucking feel it. Okay, so we got the music out of the way. There is no structure here, as it's quite obvious.
No,
we're just sort of gonna talk about until we exhausted everything, and hopefully we'll have covered everything we wanted to cover in the first place.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we can get our general thoughts out of the way before we go
Yeah. Oh,
talk about episode 1.
spoilers. Full spoilers.
No
Fuck you.
spoilers. Fucking
What do you
the
mean?
fuck out.
What do you mean no spoilers?
No one should watch this anyways.
No, dude, we're spoiling the whole thing. Absolutely.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. We're talking about the fucking show. Of course, there's gonna be spoilers. Like what?
Yeah. So be warned if you, for some reason, you want to watch this piece of shit.
Don't watch it.
Yeah, don't watch it. But if you really wanna not listen, then go watch it and then come back.
Maybe read the light novel or web novel. But
is that better?
I mean, yeah, I probably would be. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
All right. Sorry, take it away.
Take it away.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the show, I guess. I don't know.
I guess we can talk about the themes, right?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the novels would probably not be so how do you say it? Like um I want to say incelly, but
oh, dude, yeah, absolutely. Oh my fucking days, man.
It's very like the revenge porn is the big part. Is the big thing with the like first couple of episodes. I mean, actually most of the series up until like maybe towards the end, and then it just becomes standard power fantasy.
Yeah, actually, I really don't like the way that the Switch was handled. From everybody hates me to people are begrudgingly accepting me or people love me. It's like it's so jarring in the way that it just switches randomly, and even though we've seen that he should, it's like people keep hating him while he does good stuff until suddenly they don't, for no apparent reason other than the plot said so now.
Maybe it's because there's like not a real sense of time. It's hard to tell how much time passes between the beginning of the story and later on. Like the first 3 or so episodes take place over the course of like 2 or 3 days, and then it starts to go for a couple of weeks pass and blah blah blah. But it doesn't really give you any sense of time.
Yeah,
it's just like one day, one day everyone hates him for no reason other than the church says he's bad, and then a couple weeks later, Quinn says he's good, and so everyone loves him.
Yeah, and that actually, the fact that so obviously the church hates him because the king hates him, but why? That's never clarified, is it?
I think it's the other way around. I think king hates him because church hates him. And
are you sure? Then why does the church hate him? What is this massive hate boner for the shield hero? Which came from the previous one, I guess. What the fuck did he do?
I mean, maybe it came from the previous one. I think that is what they're gonna maybe explore in the second season. But the fact that they don't bring it up at all in the first season, they just kind of accept that everyone hates the shield hero for no reason. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, this is the whole the church of the world cucks the shield hero by default, and no one questions it.
It's not actually not the church of the world. It's just the church of that one region.
Oh, I suppose, yeah. But that's
apparently everywhere else loves the shield hero, right? Like the country with the beastkin, they love him or something. Yeah. So
it's how he doesn't just get up and leave. I don't fucking get either, but
Well, he can't get up and leave there because the Filial Queen is like, oh, if you can't make up with them, we're gonna fucking kill you all or something like that.
Sure, but really dramatic thing. She wouldn't, because head pets, and then everyone's fine.
she wouldn't, obviously, because fucking now Fumi looks exactly like her old master, right? Or probably or acts like him or whatever. But yeah, I mean, with the whole church thing, what I also don't really get is what do these people even gain for shitting on the shield hero? Especially the princess, right?
Yeah,
she's just evil for no reason. She doesn't get anything from fucking him over, and she does it anyways.
You brought him down, great. You fucked this man's life forever. Can we not now? It's not enough. Can't you pick someone else already?
Yeah.
It is so.
I don't get it.
The first time so when I was watching the first episode, I thought, okay, she's gonna betray him, and then I started thinking, okay, maybe they're playing on the tropes a bit. She's actually gonna stick around, because I didn't see the promo material, and I didn't see that she wouldn't be on the cover, because I would already spoiled it. Okay, she's gonna betray him, but then she goes for it. It's like, okay, well, fuck me, I suppose that's fine. And then she does it every episode, pretty much, runabout.
More or less every
One
episode.
betrayal per episode on average. That's terrible.
Yeah, let's tax the townspeople for 1 million gold every time they want to leave or enter. Like, it's also like the writers, I feel, don't even or I don't know if it's one writer or whatever, but like whoever wrote the princess is like this isn't even an evil person is not so stupid that they would do that. Like you don't get anything from being that evil. Like,
See, the
you
problem
don't
is,
even get money from it because the villagers couldn't afford the tax, and like, where does this come from? It's
I
just
don't think
confusing.
it's just them that are evil. Then they are dumb though, because it's the whole nation, right? Because when later on they stage the assassination of the other princess, right? Who the fuck looks at that footage and says, "Oh yeah, clearly he's kidnapping her"? Who in their right
In
mind?
fucking fantasy Photoshop, it's fine. They can just they edit it
Fantasy
in.
Photoshop.
Yeah, they just do a few like clicks on their orb or whatever, and then broadcast it to everyone. Yeah,
Under their fucking orb, and then magically it looks like he's
yeah,
killed her.
yeah. Okay, we're kind of everywhere right now.
Yeah, I mean that's good, because
Yeah.
that's how the show felt, to be honest. Like there was no
Yes.
real.
Also, one thing I want to get out of the way before we do anything else.
Mhm.
God, the fucking CG was so bad. Oh
Oh,
my
dude!
lord.
Oh my god!
So fucking bad. It was
I was
like,
I was waiting to talk about his abilities, because I really, it ties into that a lot. But yeah, that's terrible.
it's
What
like
was the
every
budget of
episode
this?
there's like some bad CG monster.
Is there a budget somewhere? An estimated budget? So we're really curious to how much money they managed to burn without actually doing anything impressive.
I mean, CG is supposed to, yeah, cut down on costs, but like,
Yeah,
yikes.
I'm gonna Google it while we speak, because I'm actually really
There's
curious.
there's nothing more disappointing than having like this big boss monster, right? Like the T-Rex or the undead dragon or the fucking the big Filial Queen. There's nothing more disappointing than seeing or expecting these huge monsters to come and like fuck everything up, and then just seeing that they're these goofy fucking like 2000 CG models that are like dancing around, and they're like 16 frames a second, and it's like super low quality. There's like no fucking color or lighting on them. It's just so disappointing. It's so sad to see that.
Yeah, disclaimer: I watched most of the show between 1.5 and twice speed, because I physically couldn't, so I suffered a bit less from the frame rate. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it actually did. Yeah, I also kind of look. Yeah, I was, yeah, when some of those scenes were on, I was like, yeah, I'm sure I'm glad that I'm watching this at fucking, yeah, 1.5 or 2 times
if
speed.
you stuck around through some of the spoilers and now decide you want to watch the show, watch it at 1.5 minimum, please. Like, do
Yep.
yourself a favor. It cuts down on time. um, God, do we? I suppose we could talk about the characters for a bit, because then.
Okay, I have a lot to say about the characters. Yeah,
Oh yes. I
yeah.
got.
Who do we want to start with?
We can start with the main guy.
Okay. Fucking Naofumi, not like the other otakus.
Does he say
Not
that
as much.
ever? I swear
Not
he
as
says
much as
he says the
he
opposite.
on the first episode. He's. I mean, he's like not as much of a social reject as other otakus, but he's still a social reject. But like
My
he
God.
he wears the tracksuit, but he goes to the library. Like he leaves his
Read
house to
light
go to the
novels.
library to read light novels. Yeah, he still has no friends like everyone else. At least he's not fat, but I mean, he's still he's still just as fucking socially inept as the others. Feels bad. Yeah, it, it felt like the writer was like, Yeah, I'm gonna self-insert here, but I don't want to be a fucking gross otaku scum. I want to be a quirky, nerdy guy, but I don't want to be fat. Like, uh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
honestly, is he's bland. He's so bland and so like, but
His
beyond,
biggest character, thing is just getting angry and getting revenge on people.
yeah. Which,
That
oh
is where I
boy,
feel,
oh
yeah,
boy,
that's where I
when we
feel
start
like a lot
talking
of
about like the power
that's the
tier in
demographic.
iconic, oh my fucking god.
That's like you're like 16, 17, 18, and you are mad at the world for whatever reason. There's this character who you can relate to because everyone is against him, and
Ev-
he's gonna struggle through, and uh
Even when
he's
like towards the end, the whole planet loves him. Everybody wants a piece of him, and he's still like, "Oh, I'm so mad." And it's like, "What? How?" But what else is there about his character? Like, I don't for the beyond the first episode, and I would say probably until he gets Philo, until
mm,
Philo joins the party. I suppose she's a person, maybe, probably. I don't know there actually, but in that weird gap, he keeps playing tough, but then being nice. But even when he's being nice, he seems like such a big douche. And I can't. Like, there isn't a point. Like the raccoon girl reacts like, "Oh my god, he's so nice. Actually, I don't care if he looks rough, but he's actually been a douche anyway. Like
yeah,
he's
he's just
terrible.
being an asshole. Yeah.
Like he's bought a child, brought him. Okay, you kill this thing now." And somehow he's nice, and like, well, how does that work? But she's precious. Like, she is the slightest bit precious.
I mean she's precious. I do hate what the writers did with her character. And well,
Well, that she loses all of it by the time.
more yeah, that, and also just more of like, yeah, I kind of hate what they did with all the female characters in the show almost.
Did you?
Because it's like, yeah, he goes out and he fucking buys this slave, and he sort of raises her as his child, right? um and then she develops feelings for him, and it's like, okay, uh yeah, I mean it's kind of weird, but I mean, at least he doesn't really, at least he's not really super weird about it. Like, he still treats her like she's her fucking, or she's his kid or whatever. But um, what confused me the most actually was when they were in the castle and Shield Hero was fighting with Spear Hero in the arena or whatever. They're having their duel.
Oh yeah, I know the case of like a whole country having an aneurysm at the same time, so they don't notice someone just casting spells casually.
Well, yeah, yeah. But we'll talk about that later. But what was weird is that he even like at the end of that scene or at the end of that episode, he he always saw Raftalia, right, as being like still the little girl in rags,
Mm-hmm.
even though at that point she had already leveled up or whatever, and overnight became a fucking full grown woman,
Yeah,
which is again kind of weird.
so
But
weird. Like she's what,
um,
2 months old by that point. I don't know how old she is.
a few
I don't.
years old or
I
something.
really don't want to know.
Yeah, but he still doesn't see her like, he doesn't even recognize that she's grown up. And then it's only until after that episode is when he's like, "Oh, you're not Raftalia. Raftalia is a little girl or whatever." It's like, what are you saying, dude? Like, what's wrong with you? Did you hit your head? Like, she's been like this for like 3 episodes now. Come on, you gotta catch up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect. Okay, we're working our way through the other, I suppose, at this point. And I don't care for Philo. Just gonna be
No.
honest.
Don't really care for her at all. And it's also kind of weird again that she is attracted to the Shield Hero, even though he was there when she hatched out of a fucking egg. And
Yes,
then
that's a
a few
whole level of
episodes
weird.
later, it's like, yeah, Shield Hero is my mate or whatever. It's like, why are you
God.
writing this?
I am.
Why are you saying this?
I also really don't like that there's a callback to this every few episodes beyond halfway through the series, where every now and then he says, "Oh, I need to find you guys a good life so I can leave," and it's like, dude, you're not that dumb, are you?
I
God,
need to train you guys so that you can survive on your own when I fucking leave this place.
which
Oh
obviously he's
god.
not gonna. Like
Obviously not. Yeah.
that is
This is
not
his
gonna be
life
the
now.
end.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
never gonna return. Yeah.
yeah. He's gonna grow old, and I don't know. Wait for them to turn 18. I don't fucking know. This is
Oh
terrible.
no. Oh,
It's genuinely
no.
terrible.
No.
This is a whole
I mean,
Jerry Seinfeld mistake.
ideally in the second season, right? He finds a woman, right, that he can fucking that the others can be like, oh, he loves this person, and now we're not gonna pursue this awkward fucking father daughter relationship with him anymore.
It's so strange. Oh,
Yeah, and then it's just to make things worse, right? He's already got two like underage fucking girls in his party that are after his dick. Just to make things worse, hey, here's this other princess, except she's like 12 and she also is madly in love with Shield Hero. It's like this writer is I feel that there's like some serious fucking self-insertion going on here. Like he really wants his lolly harem. It's very disturbing.
I swear there's a joke about it towards the beginning when he brings Ralph Talia in to the blacksmith, and he's like, "Oh, are you a lolicon?" And I thought, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, they played it, and then they just threw it all away." And they're like, "Okay, yeah, he's a lolicon now. Great."
Yeah.
So, why not? I am. So that's the main cast, I suppose. Them three.
That's the main party, yeah.
Hmm. And then what? Talk about the other three heroes, the pieces of cardboard that they call characters.
They are literally nothing. They don't have characters really.
They have nothing.
They are just they can't think for themselves really. Everything that the princess tells the spear hero is like, oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
I have no brain, and therefore I will listen to this
It's like
woman.
you suck my dick every night, so I'm gonna listen to you pretty much. Yeah.
Which, at least he's not a lolicon. Actually, no, he is. He is because he runs after Philo. I forgot. Never mind.
I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think that was like. I don't think that was weird. I think he was just been like, "Oh, you're really cute." Like, I mean, yeah, you're a little baby bird thingy or whatever. But
I hope you're
I don't.
right.
I mean, it doesn't really matter either way. But
He's the worst one anyway. But yeah, for sure.
he is a fucking idiot. He believes everything that he's told as long as it's not like from Naofumi.
Yeah, literally anyone could tell him anything. Oh yeah, this guy that you can't hurt anyone killed the other two heroes. By the way. Oh sure, great, cool. Like, how can you believe that? Plus, actually, there's also that. So I think this is like before the last arc, where he figures out that he can actually take abilities from other shield. Like he can touch another shield, and his shield can become that. And there's all these abilities that he didn't know he had.
He's never fucking thought about this. He's never thought once about touching another shield in the months that he was in that world.
It's like, but besides that, it's like I thought his whole shtick was that he really had to get good at the game to keep up. So how did he get really good at the game without ever touching the help screen? Did he try and error every single game mechanic that far?
He's a true gamer. Yeah, he doesn't play with tutorials.
This man skipped every single piece of dialogue in tutorial, and somehow still made it up, which only shows how dumb the other three are. That's what I've been thinking about. Like, what if they put the grind in that he did? Is the shield hero actually that overpowered, or are they just that lazy?
Yeah, I don't get it. Like they are like supposed to be like way higher level than him or something, but they kind of pale in comparison at every single moment.
Mm. Actually, I just remember the only conception I had of the show before watching it was I was like a My Hero Academia sort of thing. So they all come in, they each get assigned a class, and they have to deal with it. And he gets paired with a girl with a massive sword. I don't know why I had this conception, and that was going to be his party. And I thought I would. Why doesn't she have a massive sword? For reals, that would have worked so much better.
I don't know.
I like big swords.
I mean, in terms of her design, it's her. What's weird about it is that like she's no longer a slave anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I guess she technically is. Why does she still have um the manacles around her arms and hands?
Well, he made
Why
them
does she
for
keep
her.
those?
Like, he
Wait, did
made
he?
new ones. Yeah, it was like at one point everyone. It was after he learned how to make jewels, and one night he stays up and makes some pretty ones. And I
Oh,
think then there's a whole episode where Theo tries to steal them. There's like, I'm better. Which God, those few episodes were painful. The whole rivalry thing for Dad. That is genuinely terrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Is there any other?
hey, here's this gift. It'll remind you of the time where you were a slave in that guy's dungeon. Yeah.
It's. I think it's meant to boost your stats.
Well, yeah,
Maybe.
obviously it's to boost stats, but it's like still kind of weird.
I wish they leaned more into the game aspect of it.
I mean, I wish they didn't have the fucking game aspect at all. That's
Uh,
the, I mean, in my opinion, that's the
yeah.
worst type of isekai. It's the one that are like, yeah, hey, you're in a new world, and also everything has stats and game mechanics. What's weird about this one though is that the the NPCs, or I guess the native people of the world, they almost don't even recognize or talk about any of the game mechanics until like episode 10 or something, or
Yeah,
like
then
way
they suddenly
later.
start like, oh, this guy got a class upgrade. He's gonna
Yeah,
kick
this
your
guy, yeah,
ass.
yeah, the bandit guys, yeah, it's like, yeah, our boss got a fucking, our boss prestiged or whatever. It's like, all of a sudden they start talking about the stats, and it's like, well, I don't know. I feel like it would be more of a commonplace thing for just anyone to be talking about in that world
Yeah,
if everyone knew what the stats were.
I think even though we're leaning on different sides, it's like we think we can agree that like it's kind of a half-assed approach to making it a
Yeah,
game, which is like either you fully commit, which
either
is what
do it
I
or you
want,
don't. Yeah.
or you don't commit, which is what you want, which is fair enough. Like I think it would have gained a lot from just being like pure fantasy with no game in it,
If I
and just
mean, yeah, or if it was just, yeah, if it did lean into the game aspect and it actually made the stats or whatever matter. But the issue that I always have with with isekais that have like leveling systems or like game mechanics is that it's always so fucking power fantasy. Like the power creep just goes in, like it just scales exponentially. It's like level 1, oh, I've got shit stats, but I have this one ability that lets me fucking, I don't know, transmute copper to gold or something, and suddenly, 2 days later, I'm a millionaire and I can just spend all my money on these potions that give me free XP or whatever. Like, yeah, I
also
feel
somewhere.
like it should always, it's like something out of a fucking mobile game ad.
Yeah, yeah, they are, but I don't know. Like there were a few bits where it felt like they were playing a video game and kind of being clever with it, and that's sort of I actually like that. I like when like you do stuff that in a game would be like a scripted cutscene, but here it's just part of the game, so it looks cool. But they ruined it, sort of. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think this is a good point to talk about his fucking the fucking abilities because
Okay.
what the fuck is going on there, man?
Okay, so he takes a plant and he puts it in his shield, and
Oh
then he
yeah,
gets a new shield.
that's fine.
Nice,
That's
yeah.
another thing. Is every one of those legendary weapons made that way, so that you can just craft stuff in them and they get weird powers? Because
Apparently not. Apparently not for the rest of the heroes, right? Because they have different they have different game mechanics or something because they're all from different worlds.
I don't think they have different game mechanics though, because they all have
No,
the
they
same
argue about it all the time. They argued about it on like the first or second episode, and then they did it again when they were trying to reconcile, and they were like, "No, you're fucking you get like super XP from this or whatever," and
I
then
thought that
they
was
have a
more
big
like
argument.
when we argue about which is the optimal way to play. It's not that the mechanic is the difference. It's that I think that this method is better than this, and you're stupid.
No, they just have different like menu layouts and different like mechanics and words for stuff.
Okay. Because then
But
when
it's
it
like
comes to like attacks, they all have the same attacks,
they all have the same attack moves. Yeah,
which is so fucking lazy. My God.
yeah.
Jesus
It's like,
Christ.
oh, meteor spear, meteor arrow, meteor sword, fucking lightning spear, lightning
Yeah.
arrow, lightning sword.
The only unique thing I saw was the sword guy went full Virgil a few times, so that was cool.
Oh yeah, where he did like his fucking unlimited blade works or whatever. Yeah.
That was cool. That was cool. You know, begrudgingly, I think Unlimited Blade Works is one of the coolest things ever, and I'm really sad that I like it, but I do.
And then
Yeah.
Shield Hero has like, hey, I've got like these, dozen abilities that no one else has anything similar to, because I'm completely unique.
Yeah, and
And then I also have this curse shield thing where I can, turn on God mode or whatever, and then die after.
yeah, I don't because they keep saying, "Oh, you're gonna die if you do this," and until the last ability shows up, I never actually seems to be a threat. Besides, oh, you're gonna lose yourself, which
Yeah.
is sure, right,
It
cool.
really just sucks because it's like a fucking Deus Ex Machina thing where it's like, hey, it looks like there's gonna be a problem, but really he's just gonna use his curse shield and he'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'm actually getting a call for something for school, so I just need to take this.
okay. That's okay. All right. Let's get back to it.
Okay, where were we at? What were we talking about?
Our own abilities.
Abilities.
Yes. So, God, what was my train of thought? Abilities. Yeah. He has all these situational. Like he has two useful things. He's got the air shield. That is
Yeah,
actually genuinely useful.
yeah.
And somehow it takes him 40 fucking levels to get two of them.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't seem like a thing that would take him that long. He has the air shield, cool, and he has the orb thing for when he wants to ponder stuff. Like that's the two main abilities we see, right?
What was the orb thing?
It's like I think he calls it prison.
Oh, with
Shield
the
prison.
leaves and the chains and stuff like that.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Which honestly, those two are quite cool. They look quite cool.
Yeah.
They just look cool. I don't really have issue with that. Like I would kind of like him to have more basic abilities that you can use in combat, but I get that he's more going for the utility build, which fair enough. You let your party do the heavy lifting. That's
They said he was like aspected to like healing magic as well, but
he's done healing once off screen. I think
has he? Yeah, maybe.
I think at one point he does it off screen, and on screen one time when he thinks he's killed Raftalia. He does it very quickly.
Oh yeah.
That was. I thought this show was about to get good in that fight. I genuinely thought, oh my god, he's actually killed them both. Hell yes, this is it. Shit's gonna get real now, but no, he just cop out.
Just couldn't shake the fucking bad CG dragon.
Yeah, oh god, that was terrible. But yeah, so then that's the main abilities I would call them, and then there's the rage stuff, which first of all makes no sense because they seem to be shield stuff anyway, so they're tied to progression, but they're tied to him being a little bitch. Like you unlock these by being petty.
Yeah, I mean, but I also don't get it's like, okay, when he first unlocks it, all right, yeah, this is the fucking dragon or whatever, and it's like, oh, everything's wrong to you and you have to kill everything or whatever, and it's like, oh, but I'm gonna lose my humanity if I do this. I'm gonna do it anyways, but it doesn't matter because I am gonna be able to recover from this anyways. So it's like
the first time he doesn't know that he's good. The first time I quite liked it, to be honest. It was very cliche. It was absolutely cliche, but I kind of liked that there would be like that he was sort of giving up on trying to be nice. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking kill you because I'm fucked anyway. And it's like, okay, fair. It's okay, it's understandable, and I kind of like the fight in general, where it's like, okay, you can retaliate now. He gets counters, which you should have gotten anyway. Like, you have a shield, you do shield bash. You know, maybe it doesn't do that much damage, or you should do something. You shouldn't be completely worthless offensively just because you have a shield.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that first time is cool. Anything else that comes after from the shield makes no sense. From the rage shield, whatever. It's like he unlocks stuff based on having the dragon in there, but he
It's not
doesn't.
really explained very well.
He shouldn't, because like when he first gets all that crap, you see the whole skill tree, and it's already quite big. And so the dragon isn't really adding anything, but it seems to be the source of it, or at least molding it. And I don't know what's going on with
The
that.
dragon was such a big deal. Why did he? He was kind of a little bitch, and he died to the. What was he? 16 years old. The sword hero.
Yeah. I think he was the youngest.
He's. Yeah. It's also funny that he's the youngest, but he still somehow seems to be the smartest of the fucking other two
absolutely.
idiots.
Oh, dude. Yeah, and so there's the if you attack me melee, I retaliate with fire, which is I quite like that. That's okay. Kind of a bit pointless, and he gets exploited massively. The fact that it's pointless later on, but you know what? Fair enough. It's cool. The other ability he gets that's for after the dragon, the Iron Maiden thing. That's just terrible. That makes no sense. I hate it. What's going on with that?
Yeah, I mean, he does it once, and it's like kind of cool, but then he tries to do it again, and it like never works again.
Yeah,
ever.
I think he does it once again that episode, and then that's it.
Yeah,
it's like even I wouldn't even call it cool, to be honest, because if someone said Iron Maiden in an anime, I think Shaman King, and this is never going to measure up to Shaman King. Never going to reach that height. So you're just comparing yourself to something incredible, and you're going to lose. And then there's the last one, the fucking bear trap, and that was just funny. The first time I saw the bear trap
one,
I was screeching.
I don't even remember that.
It's like bit massive spoilers when he kills the Pope.
Oh, that one, yeah, that one.
It's a bear trap.
Yeah, I guess it's a bear trap. Yeah,
it's a fucking bear trap.
Like summons the fucking bear trap dragon thingy from beneath the earth with the giant pool of blood. Yeah, it's very edgy and it's very like wacky.
The lead up to it was very edgy, and it was at least in character. And I was like, you know what? Okay. You know, it may not be my cup of tea, but at least I see what they're doing. And then there's a little silence, and then a fucking CG bear trap comes out, and it looks like do you know at the end of most Some Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood episodes, there's like a little skit.
I never actually watched it. Well, I didn't watch. Well, I mean, I've watched a few episodes, but never the ending.
Sometimes there's little comedic skits at the end. The bear trap coming up to bite the fucking Pope into death seemed like that. It is so silly.
It's like, it is kind of out of nowhere, yeah.
Make the man just burst on fire already. We already did fire. Just keep going. It's fine. It's cool.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit the same theme.
It doesn't fit at all. And the Iron Maiden doesn't fit either. You just
that one doesn't fit.
Any sort of entrapment? Is that what you want to do? Then you picked a really cool entrapment and possibly the worst one. The only time I've seen bear traps being cool has been It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And that was Charlie Day, so Charlie Day can make anything cool. I had a gripe with that one. I'm glad I got it out, because I've been thinking about this for a long time now.
I don't even want to get started on the fucking Pope. Want to run down the episode list and then probably finish off with like the Pope and the ending thoughts.
Go on, yeah. Okay. Do you want to just scroll through it? Do you want to?
I'm not going to read all of it, but
yeah.
Yeah. First episode. Actually, what's funny about the first episode, was when he went to the. Okay, so he's a not like the other otakus, but still wearing a tracksuit, and he goes to the library and he picks up this book. He starts reading through it. He's like, "Oh, look at this cliche, fucking stupid fantasy book." It's a self-aware parody. Like the
Yeah.
show, it already knows what it's doing. Obviously, it's not
Yeah.
trying to be original. Uh, he reads through the story and he's like, "Wow, this princess really is a bitch." It's
Oh
like
yeah, so he
he
knows.
already he already knows that the princess is a bitch. And probably reinforces that too, but it's really funny. Um Also, what gets me in these isekai things, like in the moment of isekaiification, right?
Hmm.
What do the normal people around even see? Because for Naofumi, it is him opening a book and a bright light shining from it, a bright fucking holy radiance shining out from this stupid book, and then everyone else in the library is just walking around and doing their own thing while he's fucking screaming and getting sucked into the book.
I
What
think
happens on the outside world when
I
when
think
that
the
ends?
librarian screams to shut up, and that's it. That's all that happens. That's all that
Maybe.
has to happen. It's a library.
Like there's this guy that's screaming and there's no follow up.
Yeah. I mean, we'd know if he came back, but I don't think he's ever gonna come back
Yeah.
because why?
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other three guys that show up in that world, and Alfumi's like, "Oh shit, what's happening? Oh, I got isekai." And then the other guys are like, "Yeah, this is chill. How about you send us home, or we're gonna fucking kill you all." Like, how are they just taking this in stride?
It looks like it's like their third isekai that week.
Yeah, it's like they've been here before.
Oh damn! This again? I was just about to put that food in the oven. Can we just do this already?
And then after they set aside all their differences and they're talking to the king, hey, you know what's good and you know what people like, you know what our listeners and our fucking readers love? They love exposition dumps. So how
Yeah.
about instead of explaining this world and all of the intricacies of it, we just narrate through it and say, "Oh, the king tells us that there are these kingdoms and that there are these waves that are the heroes have been summoned to go and kill." And it's like, why couldn't you just fucking have the king say that, like in character? Why did you have to? Why did you have to just fucking shove that down our throat? Like it
I
couldn't
think
be any natural. Like it couldn't be natural at all.
we're trying to hurry it up, I think, but it doesn't get that much faster. You still have to go through all the steps. You can't skim over information.
Yeah, you can't just you can't just cheat your way through it.
I mean, you kind of can, apparently. That's the whole show, isn't it? You can just cheat your way through any
Yeah, but I
roadblock.
mean that's a setup for having a shit isekai, and look what they've done. Yeah, exactly, like
No, would you look at that?
not even just a shit isekai. It's like just a shit any story. I don't. Yeah, it's just lazy.
Okay. Hmm. Um. What's and then I suppose we move on and there's a Philo is very early on. I thought she was way later.
I think she's
Philo is like 5 episodes in. That's
I think
quite
around 5. Actually, so the first couple of episodes, discounting the first episode, um, so the point after he gets Raftalia,
yeah.
right? Or maybe even maybe even a few scenes before that. That up until they get Philo are probably the best episodes in the
Yeah.
entire show.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the first section when like it doesn't make much sense for people to hate him, but at least they all consistently feel the same way about him. And he has to, be creative. Hello, cat. And do things about it. That's good. And then I
Yeah,
suppose,
and
yeah, around Philo, people start liking him, and that's when the show goes downhill. Funnily enough,
pretty much.
huh? And I would say it hits the low at the trial.
At the trial for
Like
the
after,
king and the princess.
yes, that is
Yeah,
terrible.
probably. Yeah, that that
Besides,
is.
besides all the weirdness of the fact that the girl gets all the electrocution, the guy is just like, okay, I'm cool.
Well, I mean, he didn't actually lie. He didn't say
Yeah,
anything that would trigger the thing. He's just mostly complicit in the in fucking framing the shield hero. And then also it's like, oh, but my daughter would never lie.
please,
And
please.
apparently she's a fucking what was it?
I think she's a
What was the
pathologic liar.
a pathologic liar? Yeah, where she just
And it's
can't
like,
help herself but lie all the time.
and if you are aware of that, why the fuck does she have free reign to just
Yeah,
do whatever she
why,
wants?
why are you
What?
giving her the ability to go to a fucking town, annex it, and then tax everyone fucking 30 silver for entering or leaving the town? Like, why would you give this person power? It's like, no wonder why Melty, or I think that's what her name is, well, no wonder why the younger sister is the heir and not the older one. So why has she still been given all this power? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And then
Like,
people still don't believe fucking the younger princess or Naofumi when he's saying like, oh, the older princess was trying to kill her so that she could take the fucking throne for herself.
it's like, well, no, there's no way, right? The person that came into my house and told me to pay them is bad. What? She's terrible. She's terrible. And then the resolution to the trial thing, when he walks in and says, "Okay, we're not gonna kill him. We're gonna do worse. We're gonna have him be called names for the rest of their lives." Which, I'm sorry, what they committed treason to the country, and they get away with it by just being called names because you have to have your conscience clear. That's already
and the
bad.
queen and the queen was going to fucking stab herself if Naofumi didn't say something to stop the execution.
I honestly forgot that one. And then the fact that they're called names is gone by the next time we see them. Like the next time we see the princess, people just call her by her name again. It's like great. She had a week of being called names.
It's like,
I hope she.
she's called this funny, she's called funny name, yeah, like oh my god. Isn't it so
Gee,
funny?
I'm sure she learned her fucking lesson now, right?
Yeah, she's totally not gonna try to fucking be a scumbag anymore. Yeah,
God, she's gonna betray like the world, isn't she?
I mean, she's gonna try to do something. She was already trying to do it at the party, right? Wasn't she trying to poison someone's food or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, the
Yeah.
heroes. Like, I mean, because the setup now is that they're gonna have to fight another world's heroes. She's gonna like do some big anime betrayal, and everybody's gonna be, "Oh my god, what? She did that?
This was unavoidable. We could never have, we could
There's
never have
no
foreseen this.
way we could have known. If only we had foresight." Which
Yeah.
no one has foresight in the show. I'm mixing up with somewhere else. Yeah, no, I don't think anyone has said, "Oh, I have foresight." By the way, fuck you. Maybe the Philolial Queen might, but she hasn't said it. And that is such a weird thing. It's like, oh, I'm 1,200 years old, but I have no memory of anything. And it's like, how? Like, I get how, but like, what's the logistics of that? How do you remember anything? How do you know your name? Do you choose what to remember? Do you just throw crap away? Is it stuff that you frequently get told that you remember?
Also, what I mean, I guess they're gonna talk about it in the second season again, but like, still, what happened to the other heroes? Like, doesn't answer any of these pretty big questions. But yeah, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah. Oh, you should probably talk about like the last arc, like the
Oh,
island.
oh, the island. Yeah,
I
the
I
grinding
thought it
island.
was gonna be
Actually,
I thought it was gonna be a beach episode. I thought that's how that was gonna be, and I was ready to just skip forward to avoid everything. And then they start talking about plot, and it's like, oh my god, why are things happening still?
I mean, it honestly wasn't as bad as like the previous couple of episodes. Like that was more of like, all right, this is less shit than the other stuff.
Yeah,
And I actually did like the two characters that they introduced.
oh, they were so cool. Can we just have a show about them? Can season 2 just be them?
Yeah,
Does that
I
be?
mean, I mean, it's gonna be about them, right? Because it's gonna be about the other fucking heroes of the different world that they have to fight in order to save one world.
Yeah.
It's like, I
And
also
then
don't really understand why they can't talk it out either. It's like, hey, yeah, we're only fighting you because these monsters are coming from these portals from your world or whatever. And it's like, but what's threatening your world? Are we sending over monsters or what? Like, what's happening? What
no,
can we
that's
not
not
work together to stop the monster from fucking killing everyone? Or
absolutely impossible. Diplomacy was never an option.
yeah, it was never an option. It's like, yeah, they're really good friends with these two people, and they have good like chemistry or whatever. But now all of a sudden that their stuff is revealed, now they can no longer be friends, and they have to actually just kill each other
And I really
without
don't
any
like
kind of pretense. Yeah,
also that the end of it is gonna be, oh, he's not only gonna not have his world destroyed, he's gonna find a way to save their world because he's that good.
yeah, and he's gonna be the mega hero. He's gonna be the hero for all the heroes.
And he's gonna be King of Heroes. Go Gar. Let's go.
Yeah,
It's a great show, by the way. We should watch that instead. It's
probably.
51 episodes of late
That's a
90s.
lot of episodes. That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, but it's Monster of the Week, so you don't even feel it. It's 50 episodes of Monster of the Week with giant robots punching each other. It's great.
It's probably better than this. Yeah.
Oh, it's so much better, dude. The movies, oh my god, the Gaga movies. Anyway, okay. Did we cover everything?
Mostly. I mean, I guess we.
Fucking done.
Yeah. Could be
Oh
done.
my god. I can't even watch season 2. I was mentally ready to start watching season 2. And only just realized it hasn't run yet.
Do I want to watch season 2?
We'll have to watch season 2 when it comes out. I mean, it'll be over in like 2023, man. So we're fine. We got time. We got 2 years.
Yeah. Is that when the next episode is for this? Is that when we're doing the next one?
Pretty much, yeah. 2 years time, we come back. Yeah. It's starting April 22, so it'll end September 22, and we probably won't get around to it until 2023. So there you go. There's your exclusive scheduling. If this doesn't end up being episode 1 and only, then in 2 years' time, if we're still running, Shield Hero season 2. Look forward to that.
I'll give myself a bit of a buffer, and I'll say, yeah, it might happen in 2 years, or it might happen in 4.
All right. Okay. Well, this was episode 1 pilot something of Isekaicast. We've been talking about Shield Hero. Don't forget to smash that like button.
Smash the fucking like button.
Alright. Okay. I'm done. I can stop that recording. Kill it.